Everyone has a wall like this somewhere in their house. You know the one. Maybe it's a hole from moving furniture. Maybe it's a doorknob that smacked into the wall one too many times. Maybe it's a bad patch job from 3 years ago that never got sanded, painted, and you walk past it every single day thinking, I really need to fix that. But you don't, because drywall repair means compound, sanding, dust everywhere, matching the texture, priming, painting, and honestly, it sounds like way more work than it should be, so it stays. For months, for years. But what if someone could come in, fix every hole, crack, and bad patch in your house, and have it looking like nothing ever happened? What would that be worth? Turns out it's worth $120 to $300 per visit for about an hour's worth of work. Today on Moonlight or Die, we're asking, can you make $30,000 a year patching holes in drywalls? We're breaking down the cost, the money, the time, and why this tiny skill has surprisingly big earning potential. Welcome to Moonlight or Die, where we break down real business ideas and ask one question. Could you actually build this as a side hustle? No dreams, just numbers and reality. You've got two choices, keep scrolling or start building it after hours. Let's get into it. Every home has drywall damage, every single one. Holes from doorknobs, anchors, accidents, nail pops that show up as the house settles, cracks along seams and corners, cutouts from electrical or plumbing work that never got finished. And the worst offender of all, the amateur patch job from 5 years ago that looks worse than the original hole. And here's the thing about drywall repair. Most people know they could probably do it themselves. They've watched the YouTube video. They know it involves compound and a putty knife. But then they picture the sanding, the dust, the multiple coats, trying to match the wall texture, and the possibility of making it look even worse than it already does. And they don't just do it. That's where you come in. You're not doing full remodels. You're not hanging new drywall in a construction zone. You're the person who shows up, patches the holes, smooths the walls, and makes it look like nothing ever happened. Small, targeted repairs. In and out. The wall looks perfect. And the homeowner finally stops cringing every time they walk past that spot in the hallway. All right, let's talk money, because that's why you're here. What you're going to charge. A small hole repair will run $75 to $150. Medium patches, say fist-size holes, larger cracks, bad previous repairs can go from $150 to $300. Multiple spots in one visit can total $200 to $400 or more. Most jobs are going to land in that $125 to $250 range. And here's the thing people don't realize. Because this is a small specialized job, customers expect to pay a premium. They're not comparing you to a full contracting bid. They're comparing you to the hassle of doing it themselves. And that hassle, it's worth $150 all day long. So what does it cost to start? You see, this might be one of the cheapest businesses in the history of our show. Joint compound is $10 to $20. Putty knives and tools, $30 to $50. Sanding tools, $20 to $50. Patch kits and miscellaneous supplies, another $50. All in, you're looking at $100 to $200 to launch. That's not a typo, $100. This business is about skill, not equipment. Now, let's do the $30,000 math. 4 jobs a week at $150 average, that's $600 a week. Over 50 weeks, that's $30 grand. Your material costs, maybe $5 to $15 per job. Seriously, a tub of compound and a patch kit cost almost nothing. You're netting over 95% of what you charge. These margins that make every other business on the show jealous. And that $100 to $200 you invested to start, your first job pays it back instantly. Here's where this business is deceptively efficient. A small patch takes 30 to 60 minutes of active work. Apply compound, let it dry, sand, second coat if needed, and then sand again. The dry time between coats is the variable, but quick dry compound can cut that down significantly. Many jobs can be completed in a single visit of 2 to 3 hours. For larger jobs or homes with multiple spots, you might schedule a return visit for final sanding and touch-up. But even then, you're talking about 30 minutes the second time around. Think about the math. You collected $150 to $250 for about an hour and a half of active work. That's an effective rate of $100 to $175 an hour on materials that cost you $5. Find me a side hustle with that kind of margin and that low of a startup. The best part, this is indoor work. No weather dependency, no seasonal limitations. You can patch walls in January or July, mornings, evenings, and weekends, wherever, whenever the customer is available, year-round, rain or shine. This is one of the easiest services to sell because everyone is staring at a hole in their wall right now. Post in your local Facebook groups. Got a hole in your wall? A crack you've been ignoring? A bad patch job from years ago? I fixed drywall. Quick, clean, affordable. That post hits because every person reading it immediately thinks of their wall, the one they've been walking past for 2 years. The mental connection is instant. Partner with realtors. Every home that's about to be listed has some drywall issues. Nail holes from pictures coming down, scuffs and dings from years of living. Agents need someone who can make walls look perfect before the photographer shows up. That's you. Fast turnaround, clean work, affordable price. Get on an agent's list and you've already got steady pre-listing work. Also, work with property managers. Every tenant move out means drywall touch-ups. Holes, scratches, dings. It's part of every turnover. Property managers need someone reliable who can knock it out fast and cheap. That's reoccurring work on a predictable schedule. And here's the cross-sell that stacks beautifully. If you're already painting rooms from episode 14, drywall repair is the natural companion service. Hey, before I paint this room, let me patch these 3 spots first. You just added $100 to $200 to a job that you're already doing. Effortless upsell. Now let me tell you what makes drywall repair one of those businesses that just never dries up. Homes get damaged constantly. Kids, pets, furniture, doorknobs, moving day, hanging a TV and missing the stud. These things happen in every home, every week, everywhere, and nobody fixes them right away. They pile up. 1 hole becomes 3, 3 becomes 7, and eventually the homeowner decides it's time and they call someone. There's no off-season for wall damage. There's no weather dependency. There's no market condition that slows this down. As long as people live in homes with drywall, and that's basically every home in America, this work exists. And here's the thing. Once you fix one wall for someone, they walk around their house and notice every other spot they've been ignoring. Hey, while you're here, can you look at this one in the bedroom too? 1 job can turn into 2, and 2 could potentially turn into 4. Every visit can expand. All right, let's keep it real. Because I'm not going to sit here and tell you that this is all upside. Texture matching is the skill. If the wall has orange peel, knockdown, or skip trowel texture, you need to match it. A perfectly smooth patch on a textured wall stands out like a sore thumb. This takes practice. Your first few attempts won't be great, but there are spray cans and tools specifically designed for texture matching, and after a handful of jobs, you'll get the feel for it. Dry time, also a factor. You can't rush compound. It cracks if you layer too thick and it needs time between coats. Using quick dry compound will help, but you still need to plan for it. Some jobs are a 2-visit process. Patch and sand on visit 1, final coat and touch up on visit 2. Build that into your pricing and in your schedule, but it could be same day, morning, afternoon. Dust control matters. Sanding drywall creates fine dust that gets everywhere. You need a sanding sponge or a vacuum attached sander, and you need to clean up thoroughly. You're in someone's home. Leaving dust on their furniture is a fast way to lose a referral. But here's what I want you to hear. This is one of the most learnable skills in home services. The tools are simple, the materials are cheap, and the technique? Practice on a scrap piece of drywall from the hardware store. By your 5th or 6th job, you're producing clean, professional results. Okay, so let me paint a picture of who crushes it in drywall repair. You like detail work. You're the kind of person who notices the small stuff, the uneven edge, the bump in the wall, the shadow where the patch doesn't blend. And you don't stop until it's right. If you get satisfaction from making something invisible, making a repair so good, nobody can tell it was ever there. This is your business. Maybe you want the absolute lowest startup cost possible. $100 gets you in the door. No equipment, no trailer, no machine. Just a putty knife, some compound, and your hands. There's no cheaper way to start making money in home services. Maybe you're already doing some painting. fixture swaps, or other indoor work, and you want to add another service, drywall repair is a perfect add-on. Same customer base, same type of work, and an instant upsell opportunity. This business doesn't care about your background. It cares about one thing. Can you make a damaged wall look like new? So, if you're willing to practice, the answer is yes. And you can be there in a week. So, can you make $30,000 a year patching holes in drywall? Here's what I'll tell you. 4 jobs a week at $150 average gets you to $30K. Your startup cost is $100 to $200. Your material cost per job is $5 to $10. Your margins are over 95%. And the work is year-round, indoor, and always in demand. That's not fantasy, that's a plan. Look, drywall repair will never make a highlight reel. Nobody's bragging about patching a hole at a party. But you know what? The best drywall repair is the one nobody can see. That's the art of it. You make the damage disappear. And you get paid $100 to $175 an hour to do it with tools that fit in a shoebox. And here's what I need you to understand. You can do this. I'm not trying to pump you up and get motivational. I'm just saying it because the barrier to entry is the lowest we've ever covered. $100 in supplies. Hours of practice, and in every home in your city has walls that need fixing. You could post in Facebook tonight and have your first job this weekend. So if you're sitting there thinking, this could actually work, trust your feelings, because it can. And if you want to go deeper on this idea, or any of the businesses we cover, head over to our website and get on the list. We're putting out guides, breakdowns, and resources every week to help people like you take that first step. And that's what Moonlight or Die is all about. Building something real in the margins of your day. Because sometimes the best way to change your life is to start building it after hours. This is Moonlight or Die. Now go get it.